Should it not be possible to mount the tire, or should it immediately lose pressure again, you have to pre-mount the tire with a tube and store it. Screw the dust cap and the retaining nut off the valve and let all the air out of the tire. Press the tire around the full circumference of the tire from the rim flange in the direction of the center of the rim. This makes removing the tire easier. Place a Continental tire lever close to the valve on the lower edge of the tire and lift the tire sidewall over the rim flange. Keep the lever in this position. Position a second lever between the rim and the tire at a distance of roughly 10 centimeters from the first, and again lift the tire sidewall over the rim flange. After a portion of the tire sidewall has been lifted over the flange of the rim, the whole sidewall can usually be extricated from the rim by slowly shoving the tire lever along around the complete circumference. Take an absorbent and lint-free cotton cloth and rub dry the inner surface of the tire and the rim bed. In this way, you remove any unwanted residue. Remove the tubeless valve. In mounting the tire, make sure that nothing gets inside the tire, sand, stones, etc., that could damage the tube. For this reason, it is good to always place the tire and the wheel on a clean surface. Slightly inflate the tube so that it assumes a round shape. Insert the tube completely into the tire. Watch that the tube does not crease at any point. Place the valve in the valve hole of the rim, but do not yet fix the valve in place with the retaining nut. Starting at a point opposite the valve, press the rest of the tire side over the flange of the rim. Make sure that there is no pinching of the tube between the tire and the rim. Continue pressing the tire over the edge of the rim, moving along at the same pace to both sides of the starting point. Forcing the sides of the tire as far down into the center of the rim's drop center as possible makes it easier to mount the last centimeters. If mounting by hand doesn't work, you will have to use Continental tire levers to get the sides of the tire over the flange of the rim. Check the valve. If it is not standing straight up, you will have to pull a tire bead out of the rim again and rearrange the tube. To enable the tire and the tube to settle on the rim free of stress, inflate the tire to half the maximum inflation and flex it back and forth over the full circumference of the wheel. Then, press the whole valve back into the rim with an energetic thrust and pull it back out again. Fix it into place with the retaining nut. Inflate the tube to the maximum tire inflation pressure. The tire's maximum inflation pressure is indicated on its sidewall. Check the seating of the tire by means of the characteristic line above the rim flange. The characteristic line should be at an equal distance from the rim on both sides and over the entire circumference of the tire. Allow the prepared tire to rest for at least an hour, or even better, overnight. In this way, the bead adopts the form of the hook.